Waiting on the fertilizer guys to start getting me some fertilizer here. But good morning to everybody. How y'all doing today? Nice cool morning here in northwest Oklahoma. When did America become a country of lies, deceit, and deception? When did it start? Does anybody know? Does anybody know when we became a country that does not live by honor, values, morals? You know, we had some great sayings that we learned in history and growing up. We've had some great people for leaders. We've had some great examples of who we should follow and how we should do things in our life. And there's a lot of things that are sticking in my mind right now as I watch what's being perpetrated in this country. And some things I just wanted to share this morning is this. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth onto this continent a new nation. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. We hold all truth to be self-evident. You know, when you hear those kind of things, it makes you wonder, where did America go? Where did America go? You know, I grew up in the 60s. I grew up watching a lot of change in my short lifetime. Not all for the good, not all for the bad. And I'm watching today, and the saying is true. We hold these truths to be self-evident. And it's very self-evident today just how much our country is dictated by lies, deceit, deception, manipulation, no morals, no honor, no value, no nothing. And I'm going to tell you this right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's just not the Democratic Party. It's everybody. It's every political party out there. They have lost the meaning of America. They have lost the meaning of representation of the people. We have so much going on that we are losing what our forefathers fought for. We are losing so much of who we are. We've already lost our independence. We lost our sovereignty. We've lost what it means to help your fellow man. We've lost what it means to be an American. And I hate to say it. I hate to say it. You know, a while back I did a show and I told everybody how can it be possible that a chunk of land, the only sovereign place there is in America, which is 10 mile by 10 mile square, can dictate what the rest of this great country does? How can a place that's 10 mile by 10 mile square and full of snakes, cheats, cowards, carpetbaggers, whatever you want to say, rules what you do and what I do? You know, out here where I live and work and what I do, my life is dictated by what I do. My life is dictated by the choices that I make. Yes, I have a boss. I got a couple of them. Number one boss, God above. Number one boss is God above. Because if I'm not right with God, my life's not right at all. You know, one thing I learned as a young man growing up at Cal Farley's Boys Ranch, north of Amarillo, Texas, after we was taken away from my mom by a judge and sent out there, was this: you never stop fighting. I learned that the hard way in Cal Farley's Boys Ranch. You never stop fighting. And today, I look at these sayings. 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth onto this continent a new nation. Where'd that nation go? Where did our nation go? Where did our nation go? According to President Kennedy, don't ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Are we holding these truths that we're hearing today to be self-evident? You know, the corporation of the United States of America has stolen everything from us. And today, in today's world, we're really seeing what the corporation is doing to the people of America. If it isn't lies, deceit, manipulation, they're killing us off. They're using everything they can to make our country the worst that it is. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the first person to offer to stand and fight with anybody. And we have something coming down the pike, and everybody knows this. Everybody can see it. If you can't see it, then there's something seriously wrong. But something's coming down the pike where we're all going to have to stand. I did a show not too long ago saying you got to pick your battles. The battles are coming. I went back and I looked at some comments talking about how we got to stand up for this republic. There's a gentleman on there that said he's going to stand up and fight, but not for the republic. That I took that saying out of a movie, Southern Comfort. Well, no, I didn't. Or not Southern Comfort, but one with Patrick Swayze, which they're from they're Cajuns and stuff like that. No, I didn't. See, this is just it. People do not realize that the United States was actually a constitutional republic. That's the problem. We was a constitutional republic. Matter of fact, Texas is still a republic. You got to study your history. You got to know your history about this great country of ours. Too many people start saying things that isn't true. Too many people start saying things that they haven't researched, they haven't looked into. I've done a lot of research. I do a lot of research because I love history. And history is how we learn not to screw things up again. And ladies and gentlemen, we are screwing some things up. I haven't been on here in quite a while. I haven't been doing my shows. I haven't been doing that. I've just been working. But I figured since I am waiting on some fertilizer, I'm going to come on here because this has been weighing on me. Ladies and gentlemen, as I listen to all of this that's happening, this pandemic, which is a lie. It's a lie. We all know that. To how they're doing this test run for socialism, and it's actually working. This pandemic is a socialism experiment for the New World Order, and it's working. They're achieving everything they want to do. Even today, how many people do you see out wearing masks and gloves and too afraid to shake somebody's hands? Too afraid to stand next to somebody. Too afraid to stand up and be proud to stand by your fellow man right now. There's people still doing it. They're still too afraid. I'm not. I'm not. I've been shaking hands. I've been standing next to people. I'm not scared above it. More people die every day than you can shake a stick at. You know, there's something that we're not hearing about right now. Have you guys noticed this? That since this pandemic has started, we haven't heard about all the shooting deaths in Chicago, Detroit, Flint. All these places where murder is the #1 crime committed. We haven't been hearing about any of those at all. We haven't been hearing about all these children that's missing anymore. We haven't been hearing about anything except for this pandemic. But they're leaving out quite a lot. How many homeless people have died because of this pandemic? Have you heard? I haven't heard. How many people have died from just a common cold? I haven't heard. What about heart attacks, strokes, aneurysms? They're dying because of multiple MD and MS. They're dying because of car wrecks. They're dying because of suicide. They're dying because of this, that, and the other. No, all you're hearing about is everybody's dying. Oh, wait a minute. Now they're going to change the numbers. Excuse me. Now they're going to change the numbers. Because we know it's a lie. You don't think it's a lie? You don't think it's a lie? Look at what New York's governor, the son of a gun, has been lying the entire time. He's not told the truth at all. You know, I see all this. I see what's going on. And I'm just an old country boy out here. I'm a ranch hand. We're haying right now, cutting our wheat, getting ready to bale it up, spreading fertilizer, got cattle work to do, got fence work to do. Got to get ready for cutting our grass. But here's the thing. I'm seeing all this. And I'm also seeing how people aren't looking into things. They're going by what they hear only. People aren't researching things. I'm not the smartest feller out there, but I do know bullshit when I see it. I go by my gut a lot. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all we've been fed for months. Since January. Since January, we've been lied to, we've been manipulated, we've been deceived, and you've went right along with it. You know, during this quarantine, how many of you folks stayed home? How many of you folks didn't go anywhere? How many of you folks didn't go into stores, into shops? You know, how many of you folks go into Walmart and wipe everything down or go wherever and wipe things down before you touch it? I don't. Hell, I got more crap on my hands every day. I got oil, I got grease, I got chemicals, I got vaccinations, I got manure, snuff, coffee, food. All that stuff's on my hands, and I hate to say it, but I'm not the world's greatest at washing my hands before I eat or drink or anything. I hate to say it, but that's the truth. You know, in working out here, you never know what you're going to be doing. Everything changes day to day, and you never know. I mean, hell, look at my hand. Look at that big old circle in the middle of my hand right there. Shit happens, but it didn't stop me. Yes, I was sicker than a dog in January, and a lot of you good folks know it. I was a sick puppy. I was so sick I didn't work the entire month of January, basically. But I got over it. I got better. But I didn't give in to the lies. I didn't give in to the manipulation. I didn't give in to the deceit. I stood my ground. You know, here's the funny thing. They keep talking about the coronavirus. Coronavirus has been everywhere for multiple years. We vaccinate cattle for it. Different strain. Hogs, they get a shot for it. Different strain. Dogs, they get it. Different strain. I got people send me a video of hogs being burned alive in China because they have coronavirus. People, you're forgetting that China is a communist country. China is still a communist country. Don't forget that fact. Yeah, they're burning hogs alive. I refuse to watch the video. I don't want to see that kind of stuff. You know, it's just me. I can't tolerate that stuff because when you start hurting animals, just like hurting people for no reason, I will pop a cork. I will come unhinged. And there's been 3 people in my life that have seen me come unhinged because of it. And I can't tolerate it. I can't, no. You know, we have been a country that's been lied to, deceit, manipulation for so long. We've become desensitized to it. We've become really desensitized to all of it. Now, this virus is just that, it's a virus. It's just like any other virus that's come through America. It will run its course and go from there. But you can't give in to everybody's, all these representatives saying this stuff, all these governors saying this stuff, your mayors, your city officials, your county officials. You can't give in. Because, ladies and gentlemen, socialism is coming down the pike, step by step by step, and it's working. It's working. I'm not going to lie about it. It's working. They are achieving all of the goals that they've set out to do, and then some. And you have let it happen. You have. I mean, my God, people are getting arrested in California for violating their First Amendment rights are being violated. Freedom of speech. No, there is no freedom of speech. Gavin Newsom's having them arrested. You get out on the beach, you're walking down the beach, you're going to get arrested. Why? Why? Why am I going to get arrested for going on the beach? Why am I going to get arrested for going out of my house and playing t-ball with my kid? Why am I going to be arrested for this, that, and the other? You know, ladies and gentlemen, we hold these truths to be self-evident. And the truth is, socialism is taking over America. You don't believe me? Look at what your representatives are doing, both your Republican and your Democrat, and your liberal, and your independents, and your Tea Party, and your Libertarian, and everybody else. I hold them all accountable. I hold them all accountable. Look at how they're not fighting for you. Look at how they're not fighting to keep things the way they should be. I hold all politicians accountable. You know, here's the funny part, ladies and gentlemen. Have you noticed that while you've been unemployed, you've been laid off, you've been furloughed, the Democrats haven't, nobody, the Republicans haven't, nobody in Washington, D.C. has gone without their job. They're still getting paid. They're getting their paycheck. They're passing stimulus bills and giving themselves a pay raise. Giving themselves a pay raise while they've shut things down for you and everybody else. You realize that? I get people asking me all the time, have you got your stimulus check? Have you got your stimulus check? No, I haven't got my stimulus check at all. And I won't get one. Because they put a stipulation in there, if you owe child support, that's where it's going to go, is to child support. So I'm not going to get one. Even though my child support payment a month is not $1,200. That's where my payment's going to go. They're going to send it to my ex-wife. Which is fine. I'm not going to argue. Do whatever. That's just less child support I got to pay. But the bad part about it is, ladies and gentlemen, is socialism has taken over. Socialism has taken over. And it's very evident in all of our activities every day. Look at what they're talking about on the news medias. Look at what they're not telling you is happening in this country. They're not talking about any of the shooting deaths anywhere. What did all the murder just stop in Orlando, in Kansas City, in Detroit, in Chicago? Did all the murders just magically disappear as soon as this pandemic started? Did all the kidnappings disappear? Did all the missing children disappear as soon as this started? Has all the other problems that this country has faced and are facing currently, has all that disappeared as soon as this pandemic started? You guys think about it. You guys think about it. I can tell you this. When they get tired of pushing a fake narrative because the American people have woken up and seen what's going on, they're going to start talking about all the murders again. They're going to start talking about the suicides. They're going to start talking about all this stuff. Now, there's so many rumors and speculations going on about everything. I seen somebody sent me a deal saying Tom Hanks is an assassin. I'm sorry, that's funny. Tom Hanks, Mr. Forrest Gump, is an assassin. Okay, well, he might be. But people now are more concentrated on more in tune to social media. They're more in tune to, oh my God, this person said this, so it's got to be true. This person said this, so it's got to be true. Instead of studying, instead of researching, instead of looking into things, instead of, what have you guys been doing with all your free time since you've been laid off your job? What have you been doing? Have you been doing any research? Have you been working? Have you been getting things done around your house? Have you been living on social media? What? Myself, I've been working 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. But that's my life. That's what I do. As I work. And even if I'm not at my job on the ranch, I still work. Because I can't stand to sit around and do absolutely nothing. Because I refuse to let the lies, the deceit, the deception dictate my life. Now, you guys been following me for 4 years, and I thank each and every one of you. But for 4 years, I've done a hell of a lot of research. And I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. But I'm going to work, I'm going to research, I'm going to learn. That way I'm prepared. Because one thing history has taught me is history will repeat itself. Me and a beautiful lady that I know were talking the other day. We have in our lives too much interference. In our lives is too much bullshit. We've gotten away from reality. We have gotten away from things that really matter. We've let distractions come in and dictate what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, we've lost the meaning of America. We've lost the meaning of families. We've lost the meaning, in my mind's eye, we've lost the meaning to a lot of things. All because we have let outside influences dictate what we think, what we hear, and what we know. And right now in America, your life, whether you want to believe it or not, is being dictated by socialism and politics. It is. That's the God's honest truth. That is the God's honest truth. You can sit there and say it's not, but it is. You know, for many years I've been called Mr. Brutally Honest because I am, even if it hurts me. But one of the things I'm brutally honest about is my love for the good Lord up above, the love of a good woman, the love of this country, and the love of my family. You know, you don't have to be blood to be family. Well, by God, you need to start figuring out what's what. So just remember that. In this time right now, remember these things. We hold all truths to be self-evident. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth onto this continent a new nation. Think of those. Where did that America go to? Where did our constitutional republic go to? And when it comes down to it, are you ready to fight for your republic? I am. The movie was called Next of Kin. And this will be referred to it when I was saying I'm going to fight for the republic. I want a republic. I want her sovereignty. He thought I was quoting a movie called The Next of Kin. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just ignorance. That's all that is ignorance. Because I will fight for this country. I already have when I was joining the United States Army. You ladies and gentlemen, I don't care where you live. I don't care what you do for an occupation. I don't care who you're married to. I don't care about things that, to me, are none of my business. What I do care about is that we keep fighting for America. What I do care about is each and every one of us remember our upbringing, remember our history, remember who we are. Because right now, America is a socialist country, and it's time to take it back. We have Republicans and Democrats and independents trying to make it more prevalent every single day. They're trying to bring in the New World Order. We got children disappearing. We got children being beat. We got elderly being beat. We got elderly being killed while they're in nursing homes. We got people being killed in the streets. We got law enforcement. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, that are overstepping their bounds. We got governors overstepping their bounds. We got mayors overstepping their bounds. And we the people are not doing anything. You know, they always say the youth are the future. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm scared to death of our youth if they take office, because we've taught our youth nothing. We've taught our youth nothing except for lies, deception, manipulation, and how you won't get in trouble if you do something wrong. I'm going to give you a ribbon, or I'm just going to pat you on the wrist and tell you to go home. So while I'm getting my fertilizer, he's finally mixing it up, thank goodness. I'm tired of waiting. But while I'm waiting for this, I thought I'd come on here and ask you why our country has become so prevalent with lies, deceit, deception, manipulation. Where has the America you grew up in? Where has this America that you grew up in, that you served, where has it gone? Because it's not here. Not in my mind's eye, it's not. But that is my opinion. That is my opinion. So I'm going to get out of here. He's mixing my fertilizer. I'm going to get loaded and I'm going to go. I'm going to go get to work and enjoy this nice cool day. It's 56 degrees right now. It's only supposed to be like 70. So, you guys, I appreciate you. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our Republic of the United States. And just remember this. If you sit on a wooden fence too long, you will get splinters in your butt. So get up, put your feet down, pull those splinters out, and go forwards. Never go backwards. Because if anything, history has told us, if you go backwards, you're going to lose. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.